From the ERi-TV broadcasting headquarters in Asmara, good evening viewers. It's 10:30 p.m. Thursday, the 14th of April. I'm the reporter Miriam Johannes with your daily updates, and here's a rundown of the top stories for tonight's English news segment. Reserved land in Gunda subzone in good condition. Vocational training to youth in Mayani. US gives Ukraine $800 million more in military aid, adds heavy weapons. Over 250 million people could face extreme poverty in 2022, Oxfam predicts. On to our domestic news. As a result of proper follow-up and conservation, the reserved land in Gunda subzone is contributing in the development of biodiversity in the area, indicating that the forest and especially the indigenous trees are in good condition. The residents of the subzone said that on top of the dressing and stabilizing the environment has significant contribution in the development of wildlife. The residents also said that as a result of proper conservation of the reserved land, wild animals that have been on the verge of extinction are reviving and developing, pointing out that the residents have commendable contribution in the conservation and development of the reserved land. The administrator of Dongolo La'ala in Tahta administrative area of the subzone, Mr. Hamid Musa, said that the results so far registered attests the increased awareness of the public on environmental issues. The National Union, in cooperation with partners, organized a vocational training program to 101 youth, including 60 females, in Mayani subzone. The training program, ranging from 1 to 6 months, including beauty salon, dancing, and others. Speaking at the concluding event of the training conducted on the 10th of April, Mr. Salahuddin Umar, head of the National Union of Eritrean Youth and Students branch in the subzone, called the trainees to apply the training they received in improving their livelihoods and become role models to their peer groups in the area. The administrator of the subzone, Mr. Ahmed Usman, on his part, indicated the importance of organizing vocational training programs in developing the overall capacity of the youth. He also called on the trainees to take advantage of the opportunities being provided. The trainees, commending for the training opportunity they were provided, called for organizing similar training programs to other youth in the subzone. A law-oriented seminar had been conducted to junior and high school students in Barantu subzone on the 7th of April, aimed at increasing the students' awareness on the basic law of the country. Speaking at the seminar, Major Hagos Girmay, commander of the police station in the subzone, pointed out that the youth are the vanguard for change and must be equipped with the societal ethics so as to be able to play a pivotal role in controlling crimes as well as in reinforcing participation in advancing development programs and play due role in the national affairs. Major Hagos also underlined on the paramount importance of integrated efforts on the part of the parents, schools, and the society at large in nurturing a responsible and patriotic youth. The participants on their part expressed on the significance of the seminar in developing their understanding on law and societal values and inquired for its sustainability. Stay tuned. We'll be back with the international news after this break. Welcome back. U.S. President Joe Biden announced an additional $800 million in military assistance to Ukraine on Wednesday, expanding the scope of the systems provided to include heavy artillery ahead of a wider Russian assault expected in eastern Ukraine. Biden said in a statement that the package, which brings the total military aid since the invasion in February to more than $2.5 billion, includes artillery systems, artillery rounds, armored personnel carriers, and unmanned coastal defense boats. Biden said he had also approved the transfer of additional helicopters, saying equipment provided to Ukraine has been critical as it confronts the invasion. The new package includes 11 Mi-17 helicopters that had been earmarked for Afghanistan before the US-backed government collapsed last year. It also includes 1,855mm howitzers along with 40,000 artillery rounds, counter-artillery radars, 200 armored personnel carriers, and 300 additional Switchblade drones. Rising food prices, increased energy costs due to the Ukraine war, and the COVID-19 pandemic could push more than 250 million more people into extreme poverty this year. These are the green projections published by Oxfam. The charity warns that as many as 860 million people could be living in extreme poverty or on less than 1.75 euros per day by the end of 2022. Oxfam says rising food costs will impact wealthier economies, including the US, where the poorest fifth of families spend 27% of their income on food. But the crunch will be felt by the poorest in countries such as Peru and Mozambique, where the lowest incomes spend up to 60% on food. The worldwide charity says that 2 decades of progress are in danger of being reversed as the Ukraine conflict pushes up prices and impedes exports of vital commodities. It suggests that debt payments for developing countries should be cancelled to help those in need, while an annual wealth tax on the richest could help tackle extreme poverty. This report was released just a few days after 11 humanitarian organizations, including Oxfam, warned about West Africa's worst food crises in a decade. Following is a recap of tonight's major headlines. Reserve land in Gunda subzone in good condition. Vocational training to youth in ERi-TV. US gives Ukraine 800 million more in military aid and adds heavy weapons. Over 250 million people could face extreme poverty in 2022, Oxfam predicts. That's all from us for now. Thanks for watching. Have a good night.